Isolation day 49, the 6th of May. Hope everyone's well. I mentioned on yesterday's video that I had a horrendous day yesterday. So let's have a look at the blood sugars and see if we can make any sense of it. So this is the Medtronic CareLink report again. 16 blood glucose readings in one day. So you can tell there was a few problems. Sensor duration 9 hours 30 minutes. So the sensor actually ended. So it had been on for its obligatory 6 days. You can see I changed my cannula once, which is a surefire sign that things weren't working correctly. But actually there was a reason I changed the cannula. So let's look. You can see here, wallop. 5 o'clock in the morning, really high, and then it shoots down again. I think an easier way of looking at this would be here. 7.5 at 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 11.1. Yeah, interesting. And then I took a wallop of insulin to bring it back down, got it back under control, and then the same thing happened later on in the evening. 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and then look at that, 6.4, 11.3, 13.7, 30.8. That's when I knew that there were a few problems. Average blood glucose was 9.6, which for me is madness. I took 58 grams of carbs. Daily basal, which on a standard day is 80%, was 63, and bolus was 37%. So let's look a bit lower down. 7.5, 12. I took no grams of carbs for obvious reasons, and I got it back down to 4.9. Took 12 grams of carbs at breakfast, went up to 7.3, 7.4, 28 grams. 2 hours later was at 4.4, so I was quite comfortable with that. And then this is when I had the problem, major problem. 18 grams of carbs, went up to 12.5, 14.2, 13.8. So as you saw, my blood sugar went extremely high in the middle of the night. There's absolutely no justification for that because I wasn't eating, I was actually asleep. So my pump woke me up, which is a strange one for me, and certainly it's very strange for someone that's on relatively low carb for your blood sugars to be going in any way in excess of, let's say, 10. And the 11s, it's pretty unheard of for me. So I took a correction dose, I brought it back down, but it took hours to get back to that level. And then you saw it was relatively level for a short period of time. I had my evening meal, which I took the carbs for, and then it shot through the roof again. But I don't think it was the meal that made it shoot through the roof. What I do at that stage is I sit down and say, right, okay, what's happened here? After a bit of investigating, what I realised has happened is that I had had the latest set on for 4.5 days. Now, the advice from Medtronic is to keep your set on for 3 days. So as I understand it, what happens at that time is that the integrity of the set and the plastic is compromised by the insulin that is going through the plastic. When I say compromised, I think the plastic starts to disintegrate. So therefore I changed my set rather late, and then I and then it reduced. That's the only thing I could put it down to. The only problem is, actually, that was yesterday, as you know. I'm reporting this on the following day. I've also had a horrendous day today. I'll leave it there today and we'll revisit this tomorrow.